I'm Mike Gunning. I'm the CEO of VR Resources. I'm here with Justin Daley, Exploration Manager and Chief Geologist. And Justin is just literally running out the door to get on a plane to go to our Heckler project in Ontario for our third drill program. So I thought for our shareholders, we can take a minute to talk to Justin before he gets on the plane, ask him a few questions about his impressions of the program. With all this hydrothermal breccia we've seen in these two programs, we talk about the need to find something either better or something different in these phases. How would you translate that in sort of your experience on the program, your experience as a geologist in terms of what we want to see in this program that's either better or different?
So in the first round of drilling, we saw those huge extents of hydrothermal alteration and brecciation. In the second round of drilling, we added on to the rare earth oxides, the critical metals that we saw in that first round, with 299 meters of niobium and total rare earth oxides again. And that was pretty exciting to see in core. That was mind-blowing core to log. It is intense, it is messy. It's really hard to even understand what happened. There's so much going on, and we've since flown a drone magnetic survey over the area, so very high definition data over that, and we've sort of augmented our initial targeting with better, more precise magnetic targets, and these are huge targets that we just haven't drilled yet. So we want to move from what was encouraging a literal discovery of new rare earths, critical metals, and move into what we see as the stronger side of it to get better critical metal intersections.
Higher concentrations.
Higher concentrations, and then on top of that, there's these copper and gold grains in the soil around this district, and they've never been explained. And there's gold flakes in the historic core, so we need to find where that came from. If we could put different on the table with a copper gold IOCG intersection, that would be pretty exciting.
It's simply a different fluid phase in the breccia system that we've seen.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a transition from an iron oxide apatite type system, which is deeper and hotter, to an iron oxide copper gold system, which is a little bit higher up in the crust and forms at a slightly lower temperature. And we think that we have the structural story now with the help of that drone magnetic survey to piece together some of the structures that could have moved to allow an iron oxide apatite be adjacent to an iron oxide copper gold. And we have some reconnaissance holes in the southern part of the 4 by 6 kilometer alkaline complex that are begging for a drill hole. They're just not as logistically easy.
Okay, that's where Justin is going now. I'm going to ask my favorite question because I get asked all the time. Justin was in Nevada in March for a recent drill program at Amsoil to get the ball rolling on this epithermal silver gold system.
Yeah.
Justin, which is your favorite project, Amsoil versus Heckler? Which keeps you up at night? What is more exciting? What is more important to the company? How do you approach that as the chief geo?
Well, my kids keep me up at night, but these two projects, honestly, they're very different, but they're both equally exciting. I think the one in Nevada, Amsoil, it's in Nevada. It is a gold target. There's several grams gold at surface in the veins that we were hitting in these chips. We saw sulfide from top to bottom in this drilling, and just down the road is Round Mountain, Kinross's 20 million ounce mine, a century of gold production, and we're in the Walker Lane, which is gold country as well.
You have an analog right down the road for you to say to yourself, maybe this is the kind of system we're getting into.
Exactly, yeah. It's fingers and toes crossed for these assays to come in to see what exactly we have. There will be some gold in there. The question is how much. Heckler, on the other hand, is geologically very complex. It has been a challenge, a fun challenge, to learn about carbonatites, to learn about these alkaline systems, and to learn about rare earth elements and critical metals. But if we find what we're looking for here, or even prove out a critical metals deposit here, we're right next to a railway line.
Yeah.
If you start talking about IOCGs, though, and we find where this copper and gold is coming from in the historic core and this regional geochemical survey, that would put something on the map that hasn't been found in 40 years of looking. North America has not seen an IOCG discovery akin to the ones in Australia.
That's an exclamation mark to the true blue sky nature of this Heckler program.
Exactly, yeah.
Because of COVID, the PDAC conference this year is delayed from March to June. And in that sense, we'll be coming out of the Heckler drill program to the PDAC show. Let's just be glass half full and pretend that we have the intersection that we are hoping for in terms of being either better or different on the copper gold side. Tell me why you think anyone at PDAC, the global mining industry, would care about a new intersection when we arrive in early June.
Well, if you're reading the news, which we all are these days, Governments in Ottawa and Washington, D.C. and around the world are talking about increasing electric vehicle capacity, critical metals strategies, local sources of these metals so that we don't have these supply chain interruptions that we're seeing right now. I get emails in my inbox on a daily basis about grants for metallurgy, grants for exploration, grants for all sorts of things to get the ball rolling on this. And we need to find more of these metals, and what a perfect place to show them off.
Perfect. VR is looking for what Washington and Ottawa are speaking about.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, we're just going to wrap up here with, this is our third drill program at Heckler-Kilmer. Justin has been here before, so I'm going to ask you, Justin, do we have the same cook coming back? And if so, what's your favorite meal?
Well, John Plowman makes a pretty good lasagna. He makes pretty hearty fare for the drillers, keep everybody nice and warm out there.
Which of these drillers do you like meeting at breakfast well before sunup to get a story from a driller before you get going?
Sitting down at breakfast with Phil is always a good time. He likes to arrange his eggs and bacon in a smiley face. He starts the day with a smile, and it honestly affects everybody on the team. He's the foreman of Downing USA Drilling, and it's a fun group to work with. We have a lot of fun up there.
Good. Well, we're looking forward to the program. Same crew, same drill, same camp, and one big breccia system. So good luck, Justin, and thanks for your time.
Thank you.